y'all, it's the Green Shiz here. It is the day after I uploaded my Collecticon vlog. That went exceptional. I thought it was pretty good. I spent some time actually editing that video. Obviously had to, because all the different recordings, and so it was good experience for me. I even tried putting in bleeps for some of the swear words, but as I watched it back, it did not play at the right time, and it just beeped at a random time. So I'll have to fine-tune that. Something's off there. Shout out to my sponsor, Orange Fago. Appreciate all you guys checking it out. Kind of just wanted to recap a little bit my pickups, what I did at Collecticon, get into a little bit my the Blake Martinez deal that is kind of left as a cliffhanger. So I guess I'll just jump into some of the pickups first. And right when I walked in there, went to Kanto Shark's table. He had a handful of people there helping him. He had a semi-decent sized table, but they had a case of graded cards from CGC. No subgrades, which is ugly as hell, but they paid at least $10 a piece for these, and I picked them up at $20 a piece. So the first question I asked was, how much is this Dragonair? He's like, $20. This is a first edition Dragonair, and it also has the Rainbow Era right here. Not everyone has that. I want to say it's almost 50-50 for how many I've had, but they call it the Rainbow Era, and it's actually something you could get up here, is saying the Rainbow Era. When he said this was $20, I'm like, oh shit, I need to get in here and find a lot of the cards find cards that I want. So instantly I was like, all right, here's two Shadowless Hollows. I should have asked them prices on, there was other first edition cards, lower end, missed like a Switch and other stuff. $5. I should have offered them something low, like something like that. But yeah, Shadowless cards, these were $20 a piece as well. Raw, these are $20. Raw, they're about $60, I'd say. Most cases, you're not going to find these for $20 raw ever. That's almost the price of the base unlimited raw in a decent condition. So those at $20 a piece was huge. So I spent $60 on these three cards. I'd value these two cards at about $60 each, and this card also about $60. So that was a good little plus up right away. The next big thing, I had the modern binder with me, and the modern binder ranged from right after Wizards of the Coast all the way up through the current set. There's a few cards in there. It's more of like 2003 to probably 2016 type cards, but it was basically heavily played damaged cards up to near mint, and more of the newer cards were near mint. I put about $1,000 evaluation on it, based on me saving the amount of time it would take to sell these cards. I didn't actually price each card individually. If you priced them individually, sold them individually, it's probably worth about $2,000. I didn't want to do that. That would have took so much time. It's so much easier to sell graded cards. So I went up to a booth and saw a card I liked. I saw they had a Primal Kyogre. This is what started the discussion. I was like, hey, any interest in this binder? And he starts looking at it. He's like, what do you want looking to get for it? I said $1,500, and then he came back with $900, and I'm like, we're about there. So then I found another card I liked, and that was this PSA 10 Japanese McDonald's promo Squirtle, and this card's gorgeous. Big fan of this card. There's also a Charmander, and a few other cards as well from this set. But I ended up trading that whole binder for both of these cards, and based on the last sold, both of these combined is about $1,000 bucks. And if I ever wanted to sell these through auction, this would sell a lot easier than 365 hollows. And a lot less shipping, a lot less work. So I know they're going to get a plus out of it because they're going to do the work. It seems they're in that type of business. I'm not trying to flip those kinds of cards right now. There's some nice cards in there, but this is I'm sticking with my niche, you know what I mean? Graded cards right now, that's where I'm at. So that's all great. I have a handful of mail here. I got this was sitting waiting for me. It was my second Galarian Zapdos. Let's take a look at this. The centering on this one is not nearly as good as the one they had pictured. So they might have sent me the wrong one, because I think they had two listed, and it would make sense for them to send me the wrong one. So I will find out and might return it, because I definitely paid for a pretty centered card. Now, in addition to that, I have a few things here that were in my P.O. box, and I'm going to open these up. This one is directed to the Green Chiz, and that's me. And then I'll get into kind of the Blake Martinez thing and see what was happening there. Awesome, man. This is awesome. So this is from, I just cut the name off, Marcus Ramirez. You're too dang kind, brother. Gotta teach you how to package your cards. Putting the tape on the top loader is a nuisance, and it could damage the cards, especially if you open it with a knife. But this gentleman was very generous and sent me a free card. This is my first full art Galarian Zapdos. I do not have one of these. Thank you very much, brother. That's very kind of you, man. You didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate it for sure. That is a nice card. Not bad centering. It's got a little nick up here too, just like one of my other ones. Not too shabby. The black borders on this, though, that might make this son of a gun tough to grade. They all like that? Am I losing my mind? Definitely not all like that. This one's got black borders. That could be a pretty... This is not black bordered. This one's black bordered. So watch the pop on these be lower than these in 10. Because that's... You could see everything on that. That'll be interesting to see. Thanks, man. I do appreciate that. Send me a note or something, man. I read the note for sure. But this one might have a note. This is from Ian Whitten. Damn, bro, that's sweet. Thanks for the quality content on YouTube. You always keep it real. Don't sugarcoat, exaggerate things like some of these bigger guys. I try to follow more of the smaller PokeTubers because they're often more knowledgeable than these guys with tons of followers. Yeah, love to see the chase for the Zapdos collection. Thanks for sharing and letting a piece of my collection find a collector who would appreciate it more than I. Thanks, man. Mr. Ian. I was watching this card intently on PWCC in the 10 last night. Mr. Ian sent me a first edition non-holographic fossil Zapdos. I was looking at the date down here to see if it was 1999-2000, but I don't think, yeah, the non-hollows did not come like that at all. That was just the, I believe just the hollows. Yeah, man, that's an awesome card. Badass. Yeah, I need that card in the PS. I do not have the non-hollow. Speaking of PWCC, I won't give it away. Thanks for the note too, man. That was real cool. Appreciate you. PWCC last night, I was on the airplane, had to pay for Wi-Fi because the auctions that I was watching all ended while I was mid-flight. And spent $1,600 on 6 cards. And wow, those were steals. Steals. I'm not going to get into it. I'm going to save it for my returns when they come in. Kind of break it down then. But man, if you weren't watching PWCC last night, it was so many opportunities. There's a lot of people that still don't pay attention to cards that are mislabeled. I capitalized on that pretty good. They're not mislabeled, they're just older labels and they weren't really checking for certain things. Definitely capitalized. This is from Sam DG. This thing is legit. So I don't know. This was at my P.O. box. I don't know. I know I gave it out to a few people. It's in the bottom of these videos, in my description and every one. But I know a couple people had asked for it, and I think I actually bought some off Facebook and told them to ship to it. Can't remember. So I don't know if this is that. Drawing a blank. Holy cow, this thing's bubble wrapped like a son of a gun. Name again was Sam. Holy cow. Wow. Alright. That was intense. I bought these. I was gonna say, like, holy cow, bro. Oh, yeah, I totally bought these cards. Totally forgot I bought these. What a great forget. Damn. Just a stack of cards in Beckett Card Saver 1s, you know what I mean? Gotta speed this up a little bit. So here's a nice little purchase. Shadowless Mewtwo, Shadowless Machamp, Shadowless Raichu, Shadowless Magneton, Shadowless Hitmonchan, Shadowless Chansey. Cards are dang clean. Gentleman knew what he was talking about when he said this card was really good condition. It's pretty good. Huge fan of Shadowless. Huge fan. Sam, you packaged that very well. Compliments to the chef. That's it for mail day. So Blake Martinez, I had that video. I just showed the one discussion with him because my second discussion with him, I didn't really have a gentleman near me that I could ask to record, and I could tell from the way he was talking to me that he wasn't too interested in going into and buying the collection. But he went through all my slabs just to check them out. I had all my PSA 10 cards there, so he was getting off on seeing those. But basically what he had done, in the video it said it, he was looking mainly just to buy the hollows for the Shadowless and my first edition set. He has the full unlimited set. I was asking $15,000 for the whole binder, and I told him I was looking to get 11 grand. Kind of telling the video he wasn't too excited about that, but 11,000, and I think it's probably a little high. I was hoping maybe just a little bit of a counter, but right now it's still for sale. I got a couple people still interested. Kanto Shark ended up messaging me today asking any openness for trades, and I told him for anything liquid I'd entertain it, so still in communication there. And then there's this other guy named Old School Pokemon who I was talking to down there. Great guy, great YouTube, check him out. He's got crazy collection, surpasses me. I'm lower than whale crap compared to him. He's got crazy cards, crazy amount of cards. He's on eBay selling like crazy. But he said he's going to look this week, so I'll keep you updated on that. Nothing too major. Yeah, kind of looking to move it, but if nothing happens this week, I will definitely, the beginning of next week, be going through those cards to determine what's going on for grading, grade them, and that'll be awesome. I've wanted to grade them, so that might just be what I have to do to get my asking price, because selling raw cards is a huge risk for the buyer, which is why spending 15 grand is tough for people unless they know they're going to make 25 quick, or at least recoup their money, the 15 investment, quick. And with a grading turnaround times now, the way it is, you're paying Express, which is PSA is $300, CGC is $60, but now you got to wait half a month plus to get those back from CGC. So it is what it is, man. But it's pretty crazy. I'm gonna let it off on that note. But thank you very much for the cards, gentlemen. I do appreciate it. Thanks for the note. That was pretty sweet. But that's it. Keep it old school with this video, my format here, and till the next time. Peace.